Alright, hi everyone. This is my PvP training guide. Uh, I'm going to teach you guys how to do basic things like dropping prayer, eating, ability rotation, little simple things. My gear right now isn't necessarily what you would bring or anything like that. I'm just using hybrids so that I can use all the different styles and teach you what abilities to use with dropping prayer and things like that. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to snipe prayer. What you'll do is the snipe ability drops prayer for range. I think his prayer, yep, his prayer went down. Overhead protection prayer. It doesn't actually turn off the protect item, but it does take off the overhead deflect prayer protection prayers. Then for mage, or let me try melee first real quick. For this one, it's havoc, which is this little guy right here. Let's see if that dropped it. So, I mean, you can fail, it all depends on the accuracy of your weapon and stuff. That did drop his prayer. And then for mage, it is dragon breath, which is this guy right here. And I believe that dropped his prayer. Yeah, the prayer takes like about 3 to 4 seconds to put prayer back up. So typically if someone drops your prayer, it's better to debilitate if you have the adrenaline for it, which is this ability right here. It takes 50% of the damage away for 8 seconds. Longer if you have a shield up. Then, let's see. Oh, smash as well. There's, for the other melee, for two-handed ability, the other one was dual wield. For this one, it's smash. So you use this to drop the prayer, which also dropped his prayer. Alright, for PKing, especially in Wild or Red Portal, you'll be wanting to protect item, which they have it on regular prayers as well, but it's somewhere here in the middle. You're always going to want to use your boosting curses like Anguish, either Soul Split or Protect Missiles if you're fighting someone who's also using that, depending on what style they're using. You're always going to want to go for bleeds first. Try and walk people on them. You can walk underneath them to walk them. He's not auto-retaliating on you, so it's not really going to work there. Needle Strike is good. It boosts the next hit by 5% damage, so if I was to use a snipe after that, it would be good. Basic stuns are okay, but it's better to actually hit the 50% stuns because it puts all the abilities on cooldown. You're going to want to hit abilities like that, Snapshot for those quick KOs, Snapshot to Tendrils, really nice, or Bombardment to Rapid Fire. One of the basic things that you really want to always do in a fight that a lot of people don't do, it's a big mistake, is not to anticipate enough. I know I'm guilty of doing it a lot, so if you can master anticipating enough, freedoming at the right time, you're going to get good real quick, because those are probably the two biggest flaws, is people not freedoming and anticipating at the right times. Devotion can be alright, but the problem with devotion, if someone drops your prayer, you're still taking the damage. You're going to take the damage. It's only going to deflect damage if your prayer is actually up. But when it's not up, then, well, it's a wasted ability. It's a wasted 50% ability. So it's better to, once you've already had your prayer dropped and then you just barely get it back on, that would be the best time to do a devotion. I'm going to overload up, and anti-poison is always good. When you're fighting, use the weapon poison, but since I'm just tanking here, I'm going to be using the anti-poison itself. I'm going to put on a shield just to kind of show you guys what I'm doing here, and protect range. Surge is a really great ability. You want to get away from someone real quick, kind of get ahead. Freedom, you can freedom the bleeds, or you can be using the numbing roots, which are also good for the bleeds. You want to anticipate, otherwise once he gets a stun off, I'm going to be stuck in place. Resonance right here, I can get a heal off of his next hit as long as it's within that time. See, I got that 442. I'm going to attack him back real quick so I can build up just a little bit of adrenaline real fast. So I can hit one of these 50% abilities. Let's see, I need to freedom those stuns so I can get moving. I can debilitate right here, so he'll be hitting a little bit less. Cerebrew, since I'm overloaded, it won't actually be draining my stats at all. I can reflect, so basically for the next, how many seconds is it? 10 seconds, he'll be doing 50%, or 50% of the damage will actually be reflected back to him. So that's always real nice. Keep anticipating as you can anticipate. Eat up, use your brews and everything at the same time. You can put your food on your 0 keypad since it's the biggest button on your keypad. You can put that there. Mushrooms are actually really great as well now. For it's 10 seconds, they do 4% less damage to you over your entire life point. So basically every hit is 400 less than it would actually be. And if anything hits less than 400, it actually heals you for that for those 10 seconds. And it heals you like 10% of your total life points, so basically like 1k for me, which is pretty nice. Just eat another one of those shrooms while you're tanking. Use the numbing roots to freedom. Put on a PKing here, and you can. Oh, I died. PKing will heal you for a certain percentage of your total life points as they go off when you're about 20% life points. So those are always good to put on when you're tanking. Alright, so for your two-handed melee, you're going to want to be hitting abilities like Sever off the bat. It makes them do less damage. Then you're going to want to be doing these abilities that hit bleeds and the 188%, since they do more damage than these two. This one will drop the prayer smash, so you're going to want to hit that. You can hit, tendrils or different things like that. Right now I'm going to build up to 100% because I want to hit one of these abilities you guys are really going to like to use. Make sure you're doing your freedoms and everything. This is the ability right here, Pulverize. It's basically a 30-second debilitate. It's a little bit less reduction, but it's 25% less damage dealt by the enemy for 30 seconds, and it can hit 250 to 350%. So it's a really big hit, plus you're getting that extra time of less damage. So it's a really nice ability to use with the two-handed. For the dual wield, you kind of get a little bit better offense abilities than defense. If you get like the destroy, things like that. Let me build up real quick to the destroy, and you guys will see. Decimate's a really great ability as well for when people are using shields. I'm going to build up right here. I already have it, so hit that destroy. It's about 3 hits. It's kind of like a wild magic, a little bit better. Decimate again. You like these big stuns because it actually puts their abilities on cooldown if it hits. There, it didn't. Slaughter, when they walk, it'll hit for more. So the boost was pretty insane. Assault's always a good one, but if someone moves on your assault, it's really not gonna do very good with you. He just reflected right there, so he got a good heal off that. Barge, you can catch up to the enemy and stun them. It used to be a lot more OP. It's gotten a lot weaker. Go back with the kick stun again. You always want to build up these thresholds. These are the abilities you want to use. 100% abilities are not as great, but I mean they can be pretty nice depending if the timing's right. This one right here, Overpower, is a good one you can hit while people are moving. That was a really weak hit. I only hit 3k, but you can hit like 6ks with that. And if someone's running from you can actually use that on the run. So it's a really nice ultimate to use when people are running. So for maids, your basic ability rotation. I'll be soul splitting here and then using my torment and stuff. Sonic Wave boosts the accuracy of your next hit by 10%. So it's really good to use before a Dragon Breath when you're trying to drop their prayer. Sacrifice is always good for heals, even though it's full health, it doesn't do anything. You always want to get bleeds off, just like with any style, you're going to want to be hitting the bleeds. You can Dragon Breath to Wild Magic Fix, and that's usually a KO'er, like right there. You can use the basic stuns. I took them off my bar just because I didn't have room for basics. I just used the Deep Impact. It puts all the abilities on cooldown, and it stuns, but it's a 50% adrenaline. These two I don't typically use all that much, but they are really OP. There's Meta, which increases your damage by 50% for 20 seconds. You like transfigure into whatever element you're using. It's pretty awesome because you're getting that extra damage and it doesn't weaken your defense like Berserk would. And this one you can actually move around, unlike Death Swiftness. Death Swiftness you have to stand in that little circle when it's going off. So yeah, Metamorphosis is pretty awesome. Omni Power, I mean, it hits high, but I mean if it misses, it's a straight up waste of 100% adrenaline. Probably the best 100% adrenaline ability to use is Natural Instinct. You'll leech all their adrenaline, so you steal all their adrenaline. You'll build up basically like 160% adrenaline on your own or more, like instantly. So you'll be able to use another 100% ability and then still be getting more adrenaline after that, like very quickly. So that's always a really good ability to use, especially with melee. Like when you dual melee and you're zerking or something, leech their adrenaline first, and then you'll zerk. That way they don't have any thresholds to hit you with, and you'll be able to build up to the point you'll be able to hit like a destroy or something while you're zerked, and it'll be pretty gnarly. I mean, with every style you should focus on bleeds. With dual wield melee, there's dismember. I think that's for both styles actually. Yeah, it's for both styles. You can dismember and then slaughter. Those are real nice, and then also the tendrils as well. Those are all bleeds that are pretty gnarly. Decimate's a good one to use with dual wield melee as well, because when you hit someone with a shield, you actually hit more than you would without. So that one's always nice. There's different abilities that, like Sever, the person will do less damage to you on their next hit, or actually I think it's for the next 10 seconds or something. It's a small amount of damage less. Basically, just read the abilities, what they do, and then think about what you're doing as you're doing it. If you understand what the abilities do and you're not just clicking on them all random, then I mean that's definitely probably one of the biggest hints. That'll help you out a lot if you actually know what your abilities are doing as you're doing them. So, and here's a little basic range 1v1 with Soji real quick to end the video. Pot up, overload, weapon poison, anti-poison, even put on your aura like an inspiration or typically penance because it's a little bit better for just keeping your prayer up, keeping your prayer high. Stunning when he has his anticipation up is pretty pointless, but did it anyway. Put your prayer back up. Try and get those snipes. If you can get the snipe to the snapshot tendril, that'd be nice, like right here. That was kind of yellow. I missed, so that was pretty damn pointless. Debilitating's better when your prayer is dropped, only because it's going to save you a little bit, but I'd do it anyway. The rapid fire gets a nice stun on him. It's good once the prayer is dropped, just for added little taking some of his food away when his prayer's down. Try and snapshot him again. That might end the fight. No, it didn't. Wow. Good going. Right here, use some of those mushrooms again for less damage taken. Do a little bit more bruise up real quick. Try and get that big stun off. Another one of these rapid fires. Oh wow, I'm not hitting crap. Alright. Ooh. Snipe to another snapshot, see if that does anything. And it almost did. Gonna use one of these summer pies. It's good for the slot because it gets a little bit of run energy back, and it's actually more than a rock tail to heal. So it's pretty nice to bring along. So you're not really losing out on that slot to bring an energy pot. Sacrifice for the heals. Now I'm natural instinct him just to steal his adrenaline. Freedom first because I can't move. Steal his adren. GG. Try and get the big stun off to a snipe. Snapshot tendril, the moneymaker. And I didn't hit crap yet again. Wow. Try and get that big stun off again. And let's hope this kills him. There we go. He down. And that'll be our guide. Thanks for watching. Definitely follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe my channel. See y'all later.